There's fresh fallout today over the resignation of Aberdeen South MP Ross Thomson. Scottish Conservative leader Jackson Carlaw has admitted he did not investigate allegations of sexual assault.
Mr Thomson has resigned as the party's candidate for next month's general election after the Labour MP Paul Sweeney claimed the Conservative groped him in a House of Commons bar. Jackson Carlaw says no complaints were made to him. Here's our political editor Colin Mackay.
I declare the ballot open.
Ross Thomson is still an MP and was in Parliament today voting for a new Speaker. But in his Aberdeen South constituency, voters are backing his decision to quit following sexual assault allegations.
I don't think anybody's going to back him anyway. You know, there's been too much allegations and stuff sent against him, so what's he going to do?
If you've got that kind of allegations going against your name, to be in the public eye that much, it's probably not best idea.
I guess they're just allegations at the end of the day, but yeah, maybe he needs to stand down until such time things can be proven.
Hand out a few of those. Well done.
On Friday, Jackson Carlaw helped Ross Thomson launch his election campaign. Today, the Scottish Conservative leader said he didn't sack him. Given that he's faced allegations of sexual assault, sexual touching for almost a year, why didn't you sack him?
Because these were complaints that were made and allegations that were made in the House of Commons and reported to the House of Commons authorities and to the appropriate due process. It's yet to actually report. We've not heard the findings from the House of Commons yet. However, Ross has said that he thinks that the appropriate thing for him to do is now to stand aside. I support him in that decision. It's entirely his, and we now have a new candidate in Aberdeen South, and I'm confident we'll fight and hold that seat.
As leader, have you looked into these allegations at all?
The allegations haven't been made to me, Colin. I've not received any complaint.
You are aware of them. You have been aware of them for a long time.
I have received no complaint.
Why wouldn't you do due diligence and look into this candidate?
Because nobody has complained to me or brought any evidence to my attention. The House of Commons is where these complaints were levied to. They have been investigating them. They've yet to report.
The Conservatives are defending a majority of almost 5,000 over the SNP in Aberdeen South. But none of their opponents are gleeful about this situation.
Very serious allegations have been made. It certainly, couldn't have been easy for the MP who made those allegations to come forward and do so. I don't know the veracity of the allegations. It's not for me to sit in judgment. There are investigations, as I understand it, underway, but I think in all the circumstances, it's probably for the best that he's not a candidate in this election.
Clearly, when there are serious allegations made, then action needs to be taken and firm action needs to be taken. I don't know the ins and outs of this particular case, but there's no doubt that in politics we need to clean things up. We need to make sure that standards of behaviour are set at a much higher level than clearly they have been.
Well, all allegations of assault must be taken extremely seriously, but so too should people have the right to have fair hearing about the circumstances of their case. I think, though, it might be very difficult for anyone to run for public office while those investigations are ongoing, so I think that Ross Thomson's decision is certainly the right one.
Glasgow North East Labour MP Paul Sweeney made the allegations that he'd been groped and felt intimidated by Ross Thomson, but he didn't want to be interviewed today.
So, Colin, how damaging is this for the Conservatives, particularly at the start of this campaign?
I think it's embarrassing for the Scottish Conservatives. In fact, I think it's pretty embarrassing for everyone involved in this. I mean, look at Ross Thomson himself, just 32, and his political career appears to be over before even the parliamentary inquiry is over. I understand that senior officials within the Conservatives urged him to deal with this when these allegations were first made earlier this year, and he simply didn't take that advice and denied that he had done anything wrong and continues to deny that he's done anything wrong. But you've got to remember that he was Boris Johnson's chief lieutenant. He was his top cheerleader, ran his leadership campaign before he became Prime Minister in Scotland. So I think his opponents will say, well, that throws into question some more of Boris Johnson's judgments. Jackson Carlaw was up campaigning for him on Friday. Now, he says that no complaints were made to him, therefore there was no reason for him to investigate. But I think, again, his opponents will question that. How damaging will it be? We'll have to wait until the election and see what the voters say about that.
Colin, thank you.